Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel if you are new. Hello, my name is V. I post nail tutorials every Thursday and Sunday at 8:15 a.m. Central Time. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on your post notifications. For today's video, I'm bringing you guys a very simple and elegant look. The deep French is such a stunning look for any occasion, really, in any color. So I'm really excited to be doing a fall version of this design. There are many alternative methods of creating this design, but I wanted to show you guys the simpler way, in my opinion, of how to create this set. I hope you guys enjoy this video. Now let's get right into it. Getting right into today's video, I did start with a pre-prepped practice hand. I applied the Makartt tips, which you can find in my Amazon storefront. I wanted to do like a tapered square, more of a square look for today's video, so that's why I used these. They are also available in clear, so just keep that in mind. I'm starting off my acrylic application using First Nude from Not Polish. I am applying this with the Profiles Backstage Sculpted Like It's Hot in the number 6, along with the Profiles Backstage Monomer. So I'm going in and just applying my base. I wanted to keep this set nude so I can go in with the nail art nicely. I'm just taking off any excess powder. I don't want the thickness of my nail to get too thick. So whenever I have too much product on there, I just drag it out all the way to the end, and you can just cut off any excess product. I'm applying a small bit of acrylic on the cuticle area, blending it out onto the rest of the nail. Taking a medium-sized bead of acrylic, I'm applying that in the middle section, blending it out nicely, and then I start pulling down the product. You really don't need a lot of pressure when doing this. If you just bounce your brush up and down on the product and move your brush down towards the tip, it glides it nicely. And another alternative as well is just by wiping down the sides, it will drag that product down. So I'm just flattening it out, making sure that it's nice and smooth. Very, very light pressure with my brush. I do not want to remove any product. All I'm doing is patting it into place. I'm taking another bead of acrylic and applying that near the cuticle area. And then I'm going to be blending that down into the existing acrylic. This helps build up your apex, but because this is a practice hand, I don't focus on that at all. I'm just focusing on my acrylic base. And I did do a very in-depth video on exactly how I like the thickness of the nail and how I create that thickness. So if you are interested in a more in-depth video on that, go ahead and check it out. It will help tremendously. And then I'm gonna let you guys watch the rest of the acrylic application. I'm just patting the top of the acrylic to make sure that it does the tapping noise, which indicates that it's nice and dry. I'm taking my peel and stick file from Tammy Taylor and filing the sides of the acrylic. I am going to be filing with my hand file, as I feel like it's a lot easier with very simple sets, and because I try to focus on my acrylics to be as smooth as possible from the acrylic application, I don't need too much filing, so a hand file does its job and it gets it done pretty quickly. So I'm just filing lightly the sides, making sure that the sides are nice and shaped out. And then I lightly go over the surface, just making sure that everything is blended out nicely from the center of the nail or the middle of the nail down to the tip. And I'm going to go ahead and repeat that on the rest of the nails. Remember, when you are filing long nails, always apply pressure on the opposite side that you are filing to prevent any discomfort on the client. And it just helps keep the finger nice and steady. Now, I've mentioned this before, and I like going around the cuticle area with my e-file just because I feel like it's easier for me personally, and I get that cuticle nice and flush to the natural nail. So I'm going in with my 5-in-1 bit from Kiara Sky and my e-file from Kiara Sky. I have her at about 5,000 RPMs to do this step, and I'm just gently filing that around the cuticle area, making sure everything is blended nicely down to that middle section where I started off the hand filing. And as I usually do it, I like to flip around the hand to look at the nails from the client's perspective, and then I file the rest of the shaping that way. This helps see any imperfections that you might not see that the client will see. So always make sure to try to do this, especially with long nails. You'll be able to see any crookedness or any imperfections from that nail. I'm going in with my Profil's Backstage Sponge Buffer. Absolutely love these buffers. It leaves the nail super smooth. So I'm just using medium to pretty hard pressure on this. It doesn't affect the nail as much as a regular hand file would. So you can definitely put some pressure on it and it will not hurt the client. And I'm just making sure that I'm buffing out any imperfections, making sure that the surface is smooth for my nail art. I'm going in with my favorite lint-free wipes and some Swipe from Young Nails. Both are linked in my Amazon storefront, and I'm just cleansing the surface of the nail. Especially for my practice hand, I prefer this method, but for clients, you can absolutely have them wash their hands. I just like doing this as I feel like it prevents any time being wasted. So I'm going ahead and cleaning that fully. Now going on to the nail art, I am using Young Nails Mission Control Gel Paint in the brown color. And I'm just doing 2 lines down the sides of the nail. I'm going to be doing a very deep French look. And I want to make sure that I'm starting off with the sides first, and then I'm going to round that center area. Once I have that, I like to draw a line horizontally connecting both. And then I round out those corners very gently so I don't ruin it. And then I start filling in that French design. Now when filling in any areas that do require a little bit more paint, I like to switch to a thicker brush. I did not do it for this video, I don't know why, but it does save a little bit of time. So if you get a thicker brush and just fill in those areas, it will be a lot quicker. Now don't forget to cure in the light when using gel paint whenever you feel it is necessary. You can absolutely cure every finger once you're done with that finger, or you can wait till the end and do it all together. But don't forget to cure it in the light for at least 1 minute. If you are flash curing, you only have to do it for 15 seconds. Now moving on to the Louis Vuitton logo, and I'm just drawing that with my liner nail art brush from Profiles. I will link it down below. I'm not quite sure which one this was. If they don't have it in stock, I'll link the other one that I use all the time. That's basically the same. So I'm going to be just drawing that out very, very thin. I wanted to make sure that I was making it extremely dainty. So I'm focusing on the pressure of my hand, ensuring that I'm not applying too much pressure, because the more pressure you apply, the thicker the lines will be. So make sure you are taking note of that. So now I'm going on to the rest of the nail art, and I'm just drawing that out very, very carefully. I start out with a little leaf petal design, and then I end up connecting all 4 petals to create that design. And I'm basically just gonna let you guys watch. Always remember, when working with gel paint, cure it when you feel is comfortable. I waited, I think, on this nail specifically till I was done with all of the Louis Vuitton design, and then I went ahead and cured it in the light. Now that I'm all finished with my design and it is cured in the light, I'm going in with Gloss It from Not Polish, and yes, I'm doing shiny for today's video. I feel with French it just looks so dainty, so elegant, so good whenever you do shiny, so I definitely opted for that. I'm going to be applying that as a very thin layer on the surface of the nails, making sure that I am covering it fully. And then I place that in the light for 1 minute up to 2 minutes. I just like to be extra. That basically concludes today's video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.